Hello everyone, I'm Ryan at West Ham Fan TV. I'm outside the bowling ground with Chris. Chris, 4-3 defeat today to Bournemouth. What's your thoughts on the game, mate?
I just thought there was no urgency. You know, we got it back to 2-2. I thought the crowd was up for it, and then you just looked at the players and they just weren't up for it. But I thought the fullbacks today, you know, they weren't at their best, were they, today?
Yeah, I think the same last week against Leicester. I mean, Creswell and Jenkinson, they seem to have come back two different players, you know. They don't look... Last season, Jenkinson and Creswell, I couldn't fault them. This season, the first... Well, with Jenkinson and Creswell against Leicester and Bournemouth, they've been absolutely poor.
Yeah, you're right, you know, it's... I think the fact is the strikers just ain't getting a delivery for it at the moment, you know, because the fullbacks are struggling. They're struggling for form, you know. Yeah. I think it's because we ain't got wingers as well. You know, if you had a natural winger and he was whipping balls in, it'd be easier to score goals. But at the moment,
maybe a Stuart Downing.
I don't know. After the quotes what I read from him about, you know, his time here, not wanting to come,
yeah,
good riddance for all I care, mate.
I mean, like you said, 2-0 down half time. We come out straight away penalty. 5-6 minutes later, we get another goal. You know, we're back in it. I really thought we was going to kick on then, but Bournemouth done exactly what Leicester did last week. They made a substitution at the right time to stop us playing, and it worked.
Yeah, it did. You know, I just think there was no urgency. You know, if we had that urgency today, listen, if we went 3-2 up, we'd have probably gone on to win it. The fact is, we just didn't have that urgency, and I think a striker now, I don't know who they're going for, but they need to get someone half decent in.
We definitely need a striker. 100% need a striker.
The way Sakho's working and how hard he's working up top, I can see him doing his hamstring.
Yeah.
You know, he is working so hard, and there's just nothing there, and there's no support for him there.
I think once again the owners are putting too much on Andy Carroll coming back. You know, I think that's what they're doing with the Charlie Austin situation. I mean, talking about the Charlie Austin situation, I mean, what was your thoughts on what David Sullivan said this week?
Tell you, I was just saying to your mate, I think David Sullivan should be ashamed of himself. You know, there's ways and means of doing things. He should have just said, listen, Charlie Austin ain't one of our strikers who we're going for, too expensive, he ain't on our list. Instead of saying the geezer ain't got ligaments in his knee and he didn't keep QPR up last year, he done a bloody lot more than our strikers last year.
I said exactly the same thing, mate. I put a video out this week and straight away the two Sullivan boys were having a go at me. And I said, hang on a minute, I can have an opinion. You know, if I felt your dad... listen, I back the owners 100%, and I've said it before, but what he said about Charlie Austin was completely wrong. I didn't agree with it at all.
You know, I think, listen, the owners constantly say to us that they're fans. If they're fans in this football club, they need to dig in their own pockets now and forget that budget. They need to sign someone, and they need to sign someone half decent, because our strike force is dismantled. There's nobody there, you know. We are going to struggle if we don't get someone half decent in.
I mean, hopefully, but what's there, 2 weeks left of the transfer window now? We definitely need, let's hope we see a bit of activity, mate, but we'll leave it there. Hopefully, you know, next week at Anfield, fingers crossed we can go there and get a result. Take a lot of positives out of the Arsenal win going to Anfield, you know, but listen, mate, keep the faith, you know. We're West Ham. This is the West Ham way, you know.
We've got our West Ham.
I'm Ryan at West Ham Fan TV. Come on, you irons.